Hey, I'm Zach Kornfeld.
I'm Ned Fulmer.
I'm Keith Habersberger.
And I'm Eugene Lee Yang.
And today is a very special day because we are announcing our book, The Hidden Power of Effing Up. Also, it's my birthday.
2 birthdays in one.
Wow, it's a book birthday and a Keith birthday.
Yeah, we had a maternity photo shoot for the book, but we never really thought it through. We should have had a newborn.
We should have had more horses in the background.
Yeah.
That's what makes them really sing.
Our new book, The Hidden Power of Effing Up, is a self-deprecating self-help book. It's a book that takes 5 years of Try Guys philosophies, all that we've learned from trying and really through failing, and we try to distill it into a philosophy that can help you with anything that you're trying to accomplish in life. But we are the Try Guys. We don't just tell you what to do, we put our money where our mouth is. So in this book, we each tackle some of our biggest insecurities, things that we never frankly thought that we would address in videos or ever even try to overcome. And so this book is both a guide for how you can become the best version of yourself possible, but also in parts memoir of the 4 of us overcoming things from our past, things that we've never shared with the audience before.
For us, the book was an opportunity to dig a little deeper. In all of our videos, we love doing them, but you're trying to do 4 storylines across about 15 minutes, so you can only know so much about where that person, each of us, is coming from before we try something. But a book really allows you to spend a lot of time and really gather your thoughts and tell the best version of where you're coming from before you enter into these tries. And we all took the things that we were not good at. So rather than most books would be like, oh, well, Eugene's very fashionable, he'll lead the fashion section. Instead, Ned is not fashionable. Ned will lead the fashion section.
Which, by the way, you're looking great.
You
today.
look great.
really tried hard.
Say, you look
Nice
great.
little
Thank
simple
you.
tee.
Thank you
look.
very
You know
much.
you've made it in fashion when you're like underdressed, but you look good.
Wow, you
Yeah.
guys. I knew the book was coming out today. I knew that I had the style section, and I had to literally put a polo shirt back in my suitcase and try something a little harder.
Good man.
Yeah, that's right.
And I came to a striped
Yeah,
t-shirt.
basic.
Well, really just nearly the same, just not quite my same style.
It looks good, though.
So it's been a journey.
In the book, we encourage people to fail. We want you to not do the thing that you're going to be great at. We want you to go out of your way to do something that makes you uncomfortable, because that, we think, is really the place where growth can occur.
Yeah,
we want you to try something as uncomfortable as possible. Really take it to 100 and then feel that feeling of discomfort and effing up. And then that might make it easier to make some small changes.
Get the failure out of the way.
Yeah.
'Cause it's going to be a part of it. So just get the most spectacular failure out of the way, and then you can actually start improving.
Take it from 4 spectacular failures.
Well, we all write very differently. So I think a challenge for the book was, how do we make 4 different people writing a book have a cohesive voice? So there's a few times where we speak sort of as a 4 unison, but for the most part, we actually all take turns writing, and you kind of know which sections are which. And I think formatting was tough. That's probably pretty boring. But how do you actually format a self-deprecating self-help book from 4 people's perspectives, where you're also talking about the philosophy we've gained? So it was just sort of a tricky project. But that's kind of what we love doing. Not only do we love trying new things, we like trying new mediums. And so the book was really exciting, like organizational puzzle. What was your favorite part, Eugene?
The funniest
Oh.
part.
Wow.
Your parts were really funny, right?
Ooh, yeah, so funny.
Maybe the fact
I'm
that
gonna F up this answer because I was hosting an event last night. I'm still in the makeup and hair from it. But
look
just
good.
just like the book, I'm gonna try, and wherever I land, I'll grow from it. My answer is the whole process was hilarious. My God, when I tried to connect with my distant family, so many laughs. The process was hard, but it was also very rewarding. And I think that the most memorable was probably figuring out how the growth that we experienced from our individual tries actually affected our real lives. I think Keith's is a really good example where he went vegan, and he still is kind of vegan, which is huge. And like Ned is wearing that striped shirt. Things are a changing, man.
Yeah, the book actually did have real changes on our lives. We've done, 200 videos, and we've certainly picked up some skills throughout all those videos, but the book has made a real change in who we are, and also I think we learned things about one another through writing the book. So it was a really good process for us.
one of the funniest days was we tried a CEO schedule. We researched what popular CEOs do and then like tried to follow it for a week. This involved waking up at 4:30 a.m. to meditate and like having like kale for every meal.
You're only allowed to check your email like twice a day, and like
Yeah.
it's it's like, in what world, Mr. CEO, do you think that I can just ignore my email for 4 hours?
You need to have 7-minute meetings with all of the people you need to meet with today.
Yeah, we met.
What?
We have that one up pretty bad, but I did learn some skills from it.
You also have to wear the same outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Jobs it.
Zach wore a black turtleneck all
It
day.
turns out I look good.
He looks good.
In
Yeah,
turtlenecks.
he looks good.
Like I look real good.
Because you look like
Yeah.
it looks like you look like a turtle.
But like a hot turtle.
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
turtle.
turtle.
Like turtle going to the club.
Yeah.
Oh God, you imagine a turtle club?
That'd be so cute.
But every dance is a slow dance.
Yeah.
And they're all
Wow.
just sucking their heads in all the time because they don't know how to ask.
Do you
when
think,
a
Yeah.
do you think when two turtles find each other,
Leave
they're
room for turtle Jesus.
I really got you.
And the drinks are discounted in the first hour to get everyone out of the shell.
Oh
Oh
Nice.
wow.
Wow.
I am imagining two turtles going up to dance, and when they find the love of their life, they go.
Wow,
a
we
very
just
sweet moment.
wrote a Pixar film.
Wow. Luckily, we have built up a team around us of really amazing collaborators and very creative people, and so we actually have a staff of 10 in our Try Guys production company now, and that helps distribute the responsibility across all 4 of us. In the beginning, we were all 4 doing everything ourselves, and so now we are able to, leave work at work and try and have a semblance of work-life balance. But it's always a challenge, and everyone has their own strategy.
Yeah, I would say that right now we probably don't have the best work-life balance, but
Like
we
right
have
now.
a lot of
Like right
really
now, right
exciting
now.
work that's all happening. We're calling this the Summer of Try. This is our Try week because the book is coming out. We're starting our nationwide tour. Eugene just released an incredible video about him coming out and just hosted the Trevor Project. So we have been doing a lot of stuff. This week is kind of a crazy week. It's also my birthday, so that's important. We have to always remember it's my birthday. Even though there's all these cool things happening, let's not forget about my birthday.
That's what the balloons are for.
I'm really delirious right now.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna say something really nice.
Yeah.
I think our self-care is caring about each other because we're a group. I think we're caring about each other because I asked him what he wanted for his birthday just now, and he goes, "I want you to go eat half a loaf of bread," because I think he thinks that he knows that when I'm so busy I don't eat, so he wants to watch me eat carbs.
Yeah.
What a sweet thing to say they want for their birthday. So caring for each other, that's the real self-care.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true.
And bread.
Yeah,
And
well,
bread.
mostly bread. It's a good
I
sourdough.
love bread.
Yeah. I made Zach tea this morning.
It's an Oprah reference.
You did.
Anyone? Thank you.
Keith
Thank
woke
you.
me up with tea. It was adorable. Also, we shared a bed.
Wait, you guys are in
That
the
was
same bed?
adorable.
Yeah.
Why are you in the same bed?
Just, it was a.
Because
Oh,
we're
okay.
kings and we need a king bed, baby. Okay.
Vulnerability, I think, is what's always set us apart and what made us the Try Guys. In the beginning, it was physical vulnerability, being able, like, literally willing to put ourselves out there. But over time, I think that shifted to an emotional vulnerability and sharing ourselves with the audience, even sharing some things that maybe are not so glamorous about ourselves. I think we found that with what we want to do, we want to create content that impacts people. And so that requires a certain level of sharing yourself. And sharing things that you may not love about yourself, but it's okay because it's all in the aim of growth.
Good answer.
Wow, that was
Man,
really good.
Yeah, I really
Good.
pulled that one out of
Yeah,
my
I was
ass.
like, wow. Wow, that was good.
That was very
Yeah.
nice.
That was
Really
like
good.
really good.
I was winging it. I didn't know where I was going
Oh,
with
man,
it.
it's
You
like
liked
you-
it?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
it was
cool.
good.
You really displayed a lot of personal growth with that
Thank
answer.
you, thank you.
Yeah, I think this whole book was really about us trying to do things that put us in an uncomfortable place. Certainly, I'd never done any kind of workout. I was never a member of a gym. I was very intimidated by that whole scene, but we decided to have me do CrossFit because it was the scariest version of that for me. So going into that and going into it with these guys to try it, like even though I didn't do amazing, I was like, oh, this isn't so crazy. Most people are really just concerned about their own health. Nobody is in that high school mode where they're looking around the gym and like making fun of or like thinking lesser of other people working out. At this point, we're adults and people are really just focused on their own health journey. So that's like a great thing to come to realize. And I don't know, I think more people should be okay, you know, being real and vulnerable because it helps other people realize that everybody is. I think we did a male body types Photoshop video a while ago that really we talked about things we didn't like about our bodies and got them Photoshopped away. And we were surprised that that video did so well and that so many men came and talked to us about that video, that they were like happy that we made it, that they shared the same things. And sometimes these were like huge bodybuilder men, sometimes they're very like grizzled, long bearded men. So we were very surprised at the reaction that, you know, everybody has something that they're not thrilled with about themselves.
For sure. Well, I mean, you talk about vulnerability. Men historically and classically are taught to have none, to be strong, to put on a facade, to be tough. And so from the beginning, whether consciously or unconsciously, I think our content has always broken down that idea of what it means to be a man and then built it back up. Just the fact that we are willing and excited to try different things, to put ourselves in uncomfortable situations, to share parts of ourselves, to share fears and anxieties, all that. That's not manly, but hopefully we're doing our small part to redefine what it can mean to be a man and to be a person.
Well, I learned that you can have one thing that really works for you, but don't be afraid to mix it up. Like blue squares, they're great, but you know what's better? Blue squares and a jacket.
You know, a fun revelation that's really for the fans is that Keith did not invent the blue squares. What? Who did? You're gonna have to read to find out.
Wow, that's a good plug.
Oh.
Hey,
No. For me,
no.
we all led
Blocked,
a chapter
blocked,
in the book.
blocked.
You know, we all wrote in every chapter, but I led the love chapter. And for me, that chapter was a realization that love is fun, and there are parts of it that are effortless, but it's also hard work. And you work on every aspect of your life, and you owe it to yourself and to your partner to put commitment into your relationship as well.
Ooh. Ooh. I learned.
You gotta feed babies to keep them alive.
Yeah, I learned about that. I learned. I just learned more about Ned's backstory and some really cool things, and you know, things that happened in Ned's life that have encouraged him to be healthier
Anything, Keith.
and happier. And yeah, I love Ned. I learned that Eugene loves hugs the most. What he loves the most from any stranger. If you ever see Eugene, come up and give him a big hug and smell him. And inhale deeply as you hug. And then smell him.
That's a bullshit answer.
Oh no, my balloon!
What did we learn from Eugene in the family chapter?
Oh no, my balloon again!
There's a lot of different types of families, and everybody has their own relationship. And you know, it's
Yeah, and just
sometimes
because your family doesn't look like anyone else's family doesn't mean that your love for each other isn't valid.
What? What are you talking about?
The relationship that you have.
Oh yeah. And you know, you can always deepen your relationship.
We
with
got the
your family.
balloon. We lost.
Opening up is hard.
Did you get that?
Hidden power of effing up.
We lost.
Is that how cats feel? Yeah, they're always like,